Welcome to today's webinar, CQG Technology Solution for Futures and Options Markets. My name is Rob Lipson. I'm the VP of Business Development here at Lightspeed. We're happy to present various topics and presentations here for you on different software programs we offer, different takes on market views and analysis. So we try to provide a lot of resources for our account holders and prospective account holders on the different platforms and products that we offer. CQG is going to be running the software here today. They're going to give an overview of their trading platforms and the benefits from each platform for specific trading. CQG has been a leader in the market data and charting business and solutions area for quite a while. We'll provide an introduction to CQG and their various trading platforms, the desktop trader, which provides mobile trading access, the QTrader, and the advanced integrated client. We'll show you how to cover the market data and trade execution for futures and options. This webinar will be presented by Carrie Rogers, who's a senior account manager at CQG. She's been working with customers there for over 15 years. She began in customer support and has a very deep understanding of CQG's products and services to provide best-in-class support to customers around the world. In her current role, Carrie manages relationships with key accounts to ensure overall satisfaction and growth. She's a very important relationship manager for the Lightspeed accounts and helps us set up the accounts through Wedbush and CQG. So we're very happy to have her as a resource and very lucky to have her demonstrate the products here for us today. Before we get started, we just have a brief disclosure here. This presentation is for informational purposes only. Nothing presented today should be construed as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold a security or contract. Since we don't know everyone's investment objectives or risk tolerance, we're not endorsing any specific trading strategies. Security, derivative, and futures trading involves a substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Each investor must consider whether this is a suitable investment, since you may lose all or more than your initial investment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Lightspeed is a division of Line Brokerage LLC. Line Brokerage LLC is not affiliated with the third-party market commentator, educators, or service providers. Data, information, material for information and educational purposes only. Any investment decision made by the user through such content is solely based on the user's independent analysis, taking into consideration your financial circumstances, investment objectives, and risk tolerance. Once again, we're not recommending any recommendations of the services or commentary provided. Everything's based on the independent analysis of the user. Thank you for that. Please note, if you want more information, or you have some questions, you'd like a demo of the CQG trading platform, or looking to open an account with Lightspeed, Division of Line Brokerage, or even efutures, feel free to contact myself, Rob Lipson, at rlivson, R-L-I-V-S-O-N, at linebrokerage.com. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have or set you up with a demo for any of the products, and certainly ask some questions here as we go. Carrie will try to answer them as best she can, and if they're appropriate with the topics she's currently addressing, or we'll try to get to them by the end of the presentation. If not, certainly you could always email us and we'll certainly get you the answers you're looking for. With that being said, I'm going to shift over the mic over to Carrie and have her get started. So just give us one moment while we get prepared to have Carrie shift over. Carrie, you should be able to share the screen now.
My screen. Oh, sorry. Hi, this is Carrie. Thanks, Rob. I don't know if you can everyone see my screen?
Yes, looks good.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the introduction. So I was just going to start with a little overview about CQG in case you are not familiar with our firm. We started over 35 years ago with a market data platform, charting and analytics. And then about 15 years ago, we added the order routing aspect. So we've been able to integrate our excellent charting and analytics with the trading, so you can really add your analytics to the trading windows and add your trading to the charts. And I'll show you some of that later, but that's just some of the cool stuff you can do with our different products. We have over 75 exchanges worldwide. We've just opened up an office in Shanghai, so we've just kind of reached out into China, mainland China. That's some of the new stuff we've added. And along with our integrated client, that is our flagship product, and that we've had for 30 plus years, we've also added some new products that are kind of going with the time. So our CQG desktop platform, which I'll show you shortly, is web-based, and it's built on our web API. You can bring it up on a tablet or a desktop or on your phone, and it kind of is showing, it just kind of has a newer look and feel with a lot of the same similar functionality and the great the data options that we have now. So some of the markets we cover futures, options, FX, fixed income, equities, and crypto soon. So here's just kind of an overview of our different products that I'm going to go through. Integrated Client, as I mentioned before, is our flagship product that started with just the charting and options package, and now we've added the trading to that. I mean, that's about 15 years ago, like I mentioned. QTrader, we added as kind of like a scaled down version of Integrated Client for somebody who doesn't possibly need the full 8 monitors of CQG running, but still wants a lot of the great analytics and integration with their trading and analytics that is available. So I'll kind of talk about the differences between those two. And then we have the desktop, which is the web-based platform, and then our mobile app, which we have the native apps for iOS and Android now available. And the mobile is available for free if you use any of the other CQG products. So here's just a view of CQG Integrated Client, and I can show you kind of a quick, I'll log in live and show you Integrated Client and QTrader just so you can kind of see the difference. Integrated Client, like I mentioned, you can have it on up to 8 monitors. There's multiple trading interfaces, including our DOM trader, a spreadsheet trader, order desk, that's more like a ticket, over 100 technical studies and indicators. You can have extensive historical data packages going back the life of the product, back testing trade systems and auto trading with those trade systems. We have a CQG, our server-side CQG spreader that's available with Integrated Client. So we're co-located at all the exchanges, and you can work up to 40 legs of a synthetic spread on the spreader. We have alert trading, RTD, links to Excel, and the mobile access that I mentioned before. Some of these features are also available with QTrader. So QTrader is you have access to one chart open at a time, and everything would be on one monitor, but you still get access to all the different trading windows, several different chart types, basic studies. You would have access to the formula window, the real-time data, pulling that into Excel with the RTD links and things like that. I'll just show you kind of a quick example of that. Let me see, sorry. Okay, so here, let me know if you can't see the screen, but this is a view. This is what QTrader would look like, and right now I have a study applied to the QTrader chart. It's just a basic Bollinger Band study, but you can, sorry, I'm just trying to get this so I can see it better. You can see the study values are applied to the chart. You can also add those to the trading interface if you'd like. And you can also see your working orders on the chart. So that's some of the integration that you can have between the charting and the trading. One second. So I have my working orders here on the trading interface, and then I can see them here working on the chart. Out of the way. There we go. Okay. And then I can modify those orders from the chart or on the trading interface. And then you can also add these studies to the trading interface. So you can watch your Bollinger Band or your whichever study you're looking at, watch those values here, and then you can place orders trailing those studies if you'd like. So here I have this limit order working, trailing the top Bollinger Band level. I have one of our quote boards up here, and it's linked to the chart and the trading window, so you can quickly go through a long list of symbols. You can have it organized by asset class, and there's a lot you can do to set up and kind of maximize that real estate. Because with QTrader, if you have just the one page, you want to be able to look at as many symbols as, keep your eye on several different markets at the same time. Up here, I have a bunch of studies applied, and I have some conditions, so I can quickly see, if I have an RSI condition being met, if my RSI low is meeting a condition, I want to check out that market. Right now, I can just click over here. It's going to bring up that core market, and then if I want to go and click on this one, you can easily kind of have an overview of what's going on across several markets.
So you can, on the order entry form, you can use the buttons or place them directly by the DOM method as well?
So this is our DOM trader window. If you wanted to use, we have several different trading windows. I can go through those really quick. Sorry about that. So this is our order ticket window. If you would prefer to place orders using buttons, you can just click on your price here or input it in the price value down here, and then you use the buttons on either side to place the orders. We also have more of a ticket window that a lot of people like. If you don't even need to see the depth of market, this one you can just tab through the different fields and enter your order, or just click on the buttons with your mouse. And then we have a whole window where you can monitor your orders and positions, and you can have this all set up on the same page if you'd like. So you can kind of see your working orders. You can have multiple accounts working, or multiple accounts linked to the same trading ID, and then you can filter it by account, filter it by symbol, things like that. So here I can see all my working orders for all accounts, and then I can modify the orders here. I can cancel them. I can also modify them from the trading window. If I have it working here, I can just drag it to another price. So just to go back to the PowerPoint, sorry. Keep losing it, sorry. Oh, here it is, okay. Okay, and then that brings me to our desktop, which is the browser-based. That's our newest platform, and it's getting a lot of traction. People are really liking it, so I wanted to spend a little more time on that one as well. I'll log in there to show you what that one looks like live. So if you could see my screen, hopefully. I have just a few page setups I wanted to show you. This is just a simple page with our hybrid order ticket, our hot window right here. I have those orders working that I placed in QTrader. Also keep in mind, if you have QTrader, you can also use desktop for no additional fee. So you would have access to mobile and desktop for free. You just would be able to log into one at a time. So I have my working orders here. If I wanted to modify those working orders, I can drag them and drop them to different prices. I can also modify them. If I click up here, I can see a whole list of all my working orders and cancel them from up here if I'd like to do that right here. You can also see that I have the order display study working on the chart, or applied to the chart, so I can see those orders working on the chart. We also have, and we have these that's an integrated client in QTrader as well, but we have iceberg orders, OCEO orders, bracket orders. So if you wanted to place a bracket order on, let's just say, let's go back to the menu because I know that's open. I can go here and I could choose OCEO or bracket. I'm going to choose bracket. I can click the order to place my first order. And then once this one is filled, oops, sorry. There we go, okay. Once this order is filled, then I can have it enter a target and or a stop loss order. So if I wanted to enter both of those, I can set my ticks or the price that I want those orders to go in as, and then those act as an OCEO. So I'm just going to leave it at my default settings of 5, and I'm going to place that order. And then once this order fills, it's going to enter the target and the stop loss order. So I'll go ahead and move it a little bit closer to the market so we can kind of see those hopefully get filled while we're on the call. Screen sharing. Okay. So I got the fill, and now you can see I have this OCEO working. You can see the little chain here, and that indicates that I have that OCEO order, that the bracket order triggered. The chart we have applied here, you can have multiple charts applied if you want to each page. Each of these little sections are called widgets, and you can drag and drop them around the page if you'd like. Really easily. You can also maximize it. So if I wanted to get a closer look at the chart and kind of do some data analysis here, I can easily do that. I can apply studies to the charts. If you click on this plus study button, we're adding more and more studies all the time. So here's the list of the current studies available. I can add a Bollinger Bands, and then see that on the chart. You can see up here the values of the Bollinger Band, and they're going to change as I move along with the cursor. You can also change the chart type. So I have the bar chart here, but if I wanted to switch to candlestick, that's very simple down here. Also, the time frame can be changed easily by clicking down at the bottom here. And then when I'm ready to go back to my trading window, I can just minimize it again. This is just a traditional quote board. There's several different quote board views. And I can show you those right here. So on this markets by region page that I've created, here's a few different quote boards that we have available. This is the quote spreadsheet on the left-hand side, and you can change the columns that are available. This is the default setup, but I can add and remove those columns, drag and drop, change the look and feel. Over here we have a heat map, and this kind of organizes, it adjusts the symbols are sorted by percent net change. So the bigger the size, the higher the percent net change in either direction. Right here I have a news window, so we have an RSS news reader. So you can go in here and you can select which news feeds you want to bring in, or you can add your own custom feed if there's something that you want to watch. Another trading window, we have the order ticket here in this desktop as well, so you can easily add or put in trades without looking at the depth of market if you don't need to see that. And then this is a spreadsheet trader that allows you to look at several different markets. You can see if you have a working order, it's highlighted here on the left. If I click on the little arrow next to it, I can see the depth of market and then place orders further away from the market.
A quick question came in, the difference between the bracket order and the OCEO order.
Okay. So the OCEO order, you could place an OCEO, and that would just enter any order that you place as an OCEO. Those would be order canceled orders. So if I place 2 orders that are OCEO, when one of them is filled, the next one's going to be canceled. See if there's something that's still open that I can. Okay, so here I'll go into OCEO mode. I'm going to select my orders, and I'll place a limit, and then I'm going to place a buy stop. So this is just when I click on the OCEO again, that sends it, and now these 2 orders are going to be linked, and when one of them fills, the other one will be canceled. And the difference between that and the bracket is that the bracket is kind of like a contingent order. When my first order is filled, then my second order is placed. And you can have that second order be an OCEO, so you could have that be multiple orders that are OCEO'd, or you can have that just be another, like a target order or a stop loss order.
Thank you. So essentially the brackets using the entry order plus triggering an additional order. The OCEO is just pretty much a series of combined orders that one's canceling the other.
Yes, yeah. Back to this trade page, I forgot to show you this. Here you can see your working orders. You can adjust the orders here. If you wanted to modify this working order, I can click here and modify it. I can also park it and then activate it at a specific time. If you wanted to see some order information, you can see that here, and then you can also email that to yourself. You can also see, you can have your orders filled, your open positions. There's a lot of different ways you can set this up, and we can help you. I know sometimes when you first log in, it can be kind of overwhelming because there is so much you can do with it, but we have a really great support team and can help, you customize your pages and make it, comfortable for you. Over here I have just my account summary. CQG Desktop is all about data visualization, so there's a lot of graphics and just kind of make it easy for you to quickly see where the markets are without having to do at a quick glance. We also have options windows, and we have the options windows in QTrader and Integrated Client. I didn't get a chance to show you that, but I wanted to show you this options window in Desktop. This is actually different than what you would see in QTrader and Integrated Client, so if anybody wants to see that, I can show that. But you still see, in both platforms, you see, all the strike prices and the calls and puts. In Desktop, we have the ability to show the days, separate it by the days till expiration. One difference is we do not yet have user-defined strategies for options in CQG Desktop. If that's something that you're interested in, you would want to look at QTrader or Integrated Client because that is currently only available there. I do know that we're hoping to add user-defined strategies later this year. That's the goal, at least. So hopefully we'll have that later this year for you. But you can easily link windows in Desktop. So I have this options window linked to the trading window, and I can click on a call or a put, and it'll easily bring that option symbol up into the window, which is kind of nice because otherwise it's a lengthy symbol to type in. So we can help you get those windows, the widgets linked if you need any assistance with that. We also have a risk console in CQG Desktop, and that allows you to just monitor several different accounts. If that's something that you're looking to do, you can create your own custom formulas and quickly see where several accounts are at a quick glance. We're also going to be adding alerts to this. I think that's coming later this year. And then, let me just go back to, sorry, 1 second. Okay, and then, okay, so I was going to show mobile. I'm sorry, the mobile slide wasn't coming up, but mobile is the native app that you would download on your phone, and it has a very similar look to the trading window of CQG Desktop. So you basically, it kind of just converts it to one widget at a time. So you would see like your quote board window. It would look a little bit more like this. Let me just choose that. This is the quote board that you would see in mobile, and then you can easily click on buy or sell to open up the trading window. And this is how that would look in the mobile app. Does anybody have any questions about that so far?
Can you flip the screen? Is that on the other screen?
It didn't show on, or are you able to see the window that just popped up?
No, I'm looking. We're seeing the slideshow still here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There it is.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so if you click on So here was the quote board I was talking about. This is how your quotes would look when you first log into mobile. And then when you click on your symbol that you want to trade, and you can just click buy or sell, and it will bring up the trading window. So it's a really easy way to monitor your markets, and place an order, get out of a position if you need to. You can also view charts in mobile. It's gonna look like the ones here in desktop. Does anybody have any questions?
Would it be possible to go back to the QTrader to show the spread functionality on the options?
Sure, yeah. Let me see if I can share that. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, just expand it a little bit.
Okay, it is expanded. Let me see if it's, sorry, the sharing is,
There you go.
is that better? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so just while we're looking at the options, here's the options window, one of the options windows in QTrader and/or integrated client. So you can see all your calls and puts. You can see the Greeks if you wanted to pull in all the Greek values, or if you wanted to look at all the deltas or all the gammas, you can easily switch those over here on the left-hand side with these buttons. We also have a window that's more similar to what you can see in desktop, which is this options monitor. And this one is a little more configurable. You can drag and drop these columns and erase get rid of anything that you don't need to see. That's just another view for the options. In terms of the user-defined strategies, you could create a user-defined strategy by going to the strategy analysis window and then creating your strategy in here. So let me just create a basic one. Okay. Okay, so I have my strategy. This is just a basic one. Let's see why it's not. And then once you have it created here with your whatever calls and puts you want to include, you can click on the trade button on this left-hand side, and it's going to create the user-defined strategy in the trading window. And then you can place an order that way. You can also, once you've created it once, you can create a Q formula for it. So if you're going to trade that exact user-defined strategy multiple times, you can just type in the alias for this spread and then easily bring it up in your trading window. If you don't want to, you don't have to go in here and create it every time, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Does anybody have any questions?
Someone was asking about if there's a separate or dedicated time and sales or prints window, or is that just included on the standard?
Yes, all of the platforms have time and sales. Here's what the time and sales looks like in integrated client and QTrader. And then I'll show you. the desktop one. I thought I had it open. Where'd it go? Can you see it on the, it's kind of blocked by the GoToWebinar, but it's over here. Let's see. There we go. So here's the time and sales window in desktop. And you can change the columns. So if I click to manage columns, you can add and remove columns if you don't want to see certain things. Any other questions? Okay.
Doesn't
Rob,
appear to be any other questions. It looks like
Rob, did you want me to pass it back to you, or I don't know if you had anything else to show? Rob, are you able to hear us? I think we might have lost you.
sorry, yes, I'm here now. I think
okay.
that if anyone else has some questions, certainly now's the time. Otherwise, I think that went over a lot of the points we were looking to cover and the functions that most people are looking for.
Great. We're happy to give more demos if anybody has additional questions too.
Great, yeah, maybe we'd be happy to have you come back. We said they're going to have some additional features or any other functionality comes along. We're happy to go over that again, and we'd love to have you follow up and do another demonstration at a later date for us.
Great, thank you so much.
And guys, like Carrie said, the support team would be happy to assist you with customizing and helping you set up with the demo. So certainly let us know if you want to test it out and then follow up with us, and we'd be happy to help you get this going, because there's a lot of information, a lot of tools, and a lot of functionality, and you just have to start testing it out one by one. So anyone who has certain questions, feel free to email us and give us a call, and we'll be happy to set you up with a demo or looking to open up a new futures account with Lightspeed. So Carrie, thank you very much, and everyone else, have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.